Wow.
Here we are. Degen
Here we
Alley,
are.
the sequel.
Yeah,
Part
bro.
2.
Ready to have fun. High energy.
Let's go. We have not been sitting here for the past hour on technical
Trying to set shit
difficulties.
up. Oh my god. This is part of the podcast experience. I tell you what. I
This
tell
is.
you what.
Anyway, how's your
Anyway,
day? How's your week been? I haven't talked to you in a bit.
my week has been wonderful, and that's because I've been reading One Piece
Ooh,
to try and
yes.
catch up to you.
Yes.
Because
I've
you're a
surpassed
little
you.
Skippy McGee. You're a little Skippy McGee. You're
Okay,
like,
no.
I'll go through. And I'm like, how can I compete? And I figured it out. Speed
Because
fucking reading. I see everything. I see it
really.
all. And I go like, and
He's just
I'm
like the
done.
Flash when he's reading and he just like skips through pages and he's just like, oh, yeah, I got all of it. Don't worry.
Yes. And in between, I'm saving babies from a fire. Yeah.
Well, we'll go straight into the One Piece recap because I think that's like taking over both of our lives. We've just been all about
It
One
really
Piece
has.
like for the
And
past few months.
especially, it's like the second I heard something amazing happened, and like I can't watch TikTok in peace without like somebody jumping me every other one.
Hmm.
It's like I gotta catch up for my own safety because
Oh,
something big happened.
oh my God! Speaking of that, I'm so mad at myself, bro. And like, okay, I texted you about it a little bit. I texted you at like 4 in the
Mhm,
morning
mhm.
saying this because I was so frustrated, and I literally it felt like when you like uh what's it called, like the drinkers guild or whatever. I wasn't even drinking, but that's how I felt waking up. When you go drinking, you're like, oh my God, I made a fool of myself the night before, and you wake up the next
No,
morning like,
I can't relate to that at all. That's never been me.
okay, well,
I've always
that
been
happens to me a lot. And I thought that was like a common thing. I feel like a lot of people have drinkers guilt. Like the next day
I
they
was
go like,
being sarcastic,
oh, okay,
buddy.
well,
I have nothing but drinking guilt.
but
I do
yeah,
not. I've
the
literally sent you text like I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for
that
last
is
night.
true.
And it's like
You're
and it's
actually
like
the most common to text me the next day and be like, I'm sorry for whatever I did. And I was like, we were having a blast, bro. What are you talking
it's like
about?
right. That's the thing. It's like it was so much fun, but then it's like the brain shift is so crazy where it's like this is not about One Piece. This is
Yeah,
anyway.
we talk about whatever we want.
I'm a fun drinker, but I I regret it the next morning for sure.
Yeah. So
Anyways, how
that's
does
how I
this
felt.
relate?
That's how I felt the next morning because I texted you at like 4 in the morning saying like, bro, I just fucked up and I think I just spoiled something major for me. And I don't even know if like a lot. I'm sure there has been theory videos, and I'm sure maybe it's already even been talked about in current One Piece because we're not caught up at all. So like I have no idea what current One
Right.
Piece is right now. Maybe they've touched on it, and I won't even. I'm not even gonna say it to you because I don't want to spoil it for you. But I
No,
think
tell me a character that's related. That's all I want.
it's about Luffy, and in relation to uh let's just say that. Let's just say it's about Luffy. I don't want to go any further because I literally don't want to spoil it for you. I don't want you to get any like mind. But like that was my problem. That was my problem because for me, basically, I had a theory of what's gonna possibly happen later down the line, and I was like
Hmm.
touching on it, and I was like, that's interesting. And then you know what? Okay, I will say this. I will say this. Um, Actually, no, I won't say this because I keep thinking about it. I was
Oh
like,
my god.
okay,
Make up your mind.
okay, I won't say it. But basically, I looked up something about another character in the show, and I was like, what happened with that thing? And then almost immediately, like the first of all, first off, I wasn't finding anything, and I was like, I'm so confused. I need to look up more. And then I found like one quick insert. You know when you search up Google, and then like a little bit down the page, it'll show like, oh, did you want to search up like these things? And then you can
Right.
like
You saw
you can
something.
hit the down arrow, and you can see like a quick response. Basically, that's what happened. Where it was like, oh, actually, this person did this and this and this, and
You know
now
what? Maybe the
this
internet should be
happened,
shut down.
bro. And I was so mad because like I'm pretty sure, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it won't even play a part into the future, but I'm like 80 to 90% sure that I just proved my theory about something that's going to happen later in the show, and I'm so upset about it. Also because it might be a sad thing too. So we'll see. We'll see what it is. I know it's very like it sounds confusing to you. You seem very
Okay.
lost, but
Okay.
I don't want to do this to you.
Is it connected to Nico Robin?
No.
All right. So it's not there's like a fan theory about those two.
No, I do remember you saying that. No, it has nothing to do with that.
I'm not gonna dig. I don't know.
No, I'm
Because
telling you,
that's the thing. It's like
it might
if
be
you decide
sad.
we need to move on because I'm the type of person who like
Yes,
needs to know.
that's how I was. That's how I was because I was
It's like I'll go into my parents' closet as a kid and like look at my Christmas presents. Like I don't like surprises. I want to know shit. But
okay, see, I do love surprises, but I with shows that I get so excited about, I don't want to be spoiled, but sometimes I get so excited that I try to dance around it as much as possible. We're like, let me. It's almost like I'll be like, give me a little bit hint, and then I'll be like, and then once I see,
it's like
once
I
I see I'm
agree,
getting
same way.
too close, once I'm getting too close, I go like I back up. I go like, wait, too close to the actual answer. I don't want it. I don't want it yet. I don't want it yet. Like that's what happened basically, and I got too close, and I think I fucked it all up, and I think I know the answer to my question now, and it's gonna be very sad and whatever. But yeah, so but other than that, I've been really enjoying One Piece. I just have no idea. Oh, also,
So do you want to say where we are?
yeah. So we're both like around the same part of Dressrosa. You're pretty.
Yes.
You're
Very.
if we had to
I
put in
am-
like episodes, you're like 20
I'm
episodes
no
away
longer.
from me.
I'm no longer on episodes. I'm on.
Okay, I'm trying to.
I'm on volume 78.
I'm trying to
chapter.
explain it to the norms, bro.
We're not here for the normies. They can go fuck themselves. I'm on chapter 776.
Okay. I don't know what episode I'm in, but I'm pretty. I'm
Probably
after. I'm after the big fight, and they're already kind of like in the aftermath of what happened. But the show's getting really good. I would. So you. I think you still have a little bit more. But what you know about Flamingo, isn't he like one of the better antagonists of the entire show? Wasn't he so good? I think he was like so fucking good so far. I don't want to put in like Blackbeard in them or like any of the people that we haven't actually seen go all the way.
It's hard to say for me.
I think he's at like he's at least like top 3, I think, maybe top 5. But like there hasn't been like real main antagonist. Then top 3.
Driftwise, he's number 1.
Oh yeah, dude, he's fly as hell.
Dude,
In the flashbacks,
God.
do you see the flashbacks when he had like the black suit with the? I was like, dude, he's kind of hot. Like he's gonna get all the ladies. What the hell?
There's no kind of. He is. he's a very fuckable bachelor.
Yeah.
Like you could do war crimes to me, baby.
Which leads me to think that there's definitely something between him and what's her name? The all-seeing girl. Definitely, like there. She just doesn't want to admit it. There was. Why would she join them for so long? To protect her family? Nah, bullshit. She was into it. She was into it a little bit. She was like vibing, and she was like, "Wait, this is wrong."
She actually was like feeling Sanji a little bit, like for real.
Sanji. Okay, hold on.
Which I couldn't believe. Because he's dog shit. He's the worst.
No. Okay, we need to talk about this. Okay, so
no.
We need to talk about this right now. I'm so angry that you would say such a thing. So after a little bit, we are going to go into tier lists of characters, protagonists, and like their main supporting babes. But we were talking about One Piece characters, and I said, yeah, all of the Straw Hats could be like S tier, kind of like a joke, you know. Not all of them are S tier, but then Patrick had the audacity to say,
I had the nerve to have an opinion
to say, oh, I can think of one B tier in the Straw Hats.
B is so nice.
And I said, who? And I said, like, he said that, and I was agreeing. I was like, oh yeah, maybe like Brooke or something like that, or like maybe like because like one of the side people that like, you know, honestly, like Brooke is obviously a main Straw Hat. They're all main characters.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sanji has had so much time to develop, so much more time than Brooke. Brooke has not had the floor at all.
Sure.
So he's not fully developed yet. It's like, you know, like when you're trying to get platinum in a game in a rank, you get like 10 games.
Yes, I think you're just explaining development. We all understand what development is.
Brooke is like 5 games in, and Sanji's been playing since the beginning, and he's still like dog shit. for
He's
me.
not
Not
dog shit, bro. I don't
and
understand how.
apparently, listen. Apparently, he gets this whole big arc in the next one. You know, he's got this whole development thing where you find out his even more tortured backstory.
Yeah, I feel
But
like
for right now,
I feel like he's even like already pretty decent because think about okay, so I like to think yeah he is pervy whatever, and that's what I was saying where uh you tried to bring up like oh Brooke no Brooke's fine, and then you said but Sanji B tier. That's what you said, and I was like Brooke is way because okay I think am I wrong? But you did say that like Sanji was too pervy for you. Like that was your main reason is that you don't like him is that he's too pervy for you. Brooke literally goes up to girls and say, "Can I see your panties?" And then he'll have like that laugh.
okay.
Whenever they ever do anything around him, he's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you're right here," or like blah blah blah. And then Sanji, yes, Sanji's perfect, and he like freaks out and he has
Listen to
nosebleeds.
me.
But I feel like even then,
His nose bled so much that he almost died. That was a part of the fucking development
because he
of
was
the story.
drained from women for 2 years. Nah, but even when like Sanji's like falling over a girl. He never gets. I feel like for me, he never gets into like the pervy side most of the time. He goes more into like the, I like a simp. Like he's like the ultimate simp where he's like, I will do anything for you, whatever you want, and they'll just like hit him and he'll be like, oh, I'm here for you. No, I don't care. Like literally, and like okay, that's what I think. Most of his character development for me comes where, uh, like even when the samurai guy, the
You know what
samurai
it
guy
is?
isn't
You
a
know what it
girl.
is?
The samurai guy isn't a girl, but he was like, I want to help him out because he like I want him to like survive. I don't want him to just leave a head down here, and he brought him with him. And that's not a girl. That's not a female. Why did he do that, huh? Why did he do that, huh, Patrick?
I didn't say I don't like him. I just said he's not S tier.
Also,
Brooke,
another
Brooke is not S tier either. That was just, you know, I've got my issues with him. But his bone jokes and his skin jokes, I love the
I
puns.
I do
That
love it.
that
No,
puts him
Brooke.
up pretty high.
I love Brooke, but I love all of them. They're all great to me for
But
their
they're
own
not all S
rights.
tier.
I think all of them are A or above. I think all of them are.
See, it's just like I have a wider spread. That's all it is, you know.
But I'm thinking, I'm
You have
thinking
a
like all characters though. Like I mean like all like anime characters. Like if you were to say like, oh, what's the S tier character? I would say yeah, they're majority of them are S tier. Actually, no, I wouldn't say a majority of them. I think all of them would
you know
fall
what?
into A.
You know what? Let's have the tier list do the talking. Let's start this up.
Wait, I do want to because Sanji's not even in it, so that's why I want to talk about it. That's why I want to talk about Sanji before it because
Right.
Sanji's not in it, so we won't
He's
discuss
in
it.
honorable mentions.
Yes. But and then like another part, like I think one part that I think sticks with me a lot is, uh, the parts where a person like he'll say like I heard a female crying and like yeah that sounds cheesy as fuck and it sounds like I want to like yeah like ultimate simp but when he goes to save what's her name the sword girl when all of her it was in right before this it was right before Dressrosa when they were in that experiment place
Oh,
and the girl was getting beat up by the Virgo.
yeah.
And
What's her name? She's been in from the beginning, and I can't
yeah,
think of
yeah,
her name.
exactly. I can't even. But she's a great character too. I love both of them. I love their relationship with Smokey and the other one
Yeah, I always
because
love when Smoker comes up.
he's you can tell he's like very honorable, but he's also like I'm gonna catch you one day, Luffy, and he's like yeah
Well,
whatever, bro.
that's the thing. He's like, not a part of the big scheme of the world government. He's an actually good person, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah. That's why Luffy I think like fucks with him. He's just like oh Smokey, what's up? And Smokey's always just like fuck you, Luffy, and he's like what are you doing here? What's up, buddy?
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, and like in that moment too, that's where I think shows like those moments show Sanji's like true passion, where he's like, in all this chaos or whatever, he's like, oh, there's like a female in trouble, I gotta go. He's like literally like dead ass the Superman of the group, like the only one, and sure it's gender neutral, like or gender specific, but he is like one of the only ones that will like run out of his way to go like, oh, I hear somebody crying, you just go all the way to it. And sure, he's trying to get it in their pants, but like, who's not, right? Am I right? Am I right, guys? Am I right? Am I? No? Okay, yeah, my bad. My bad. Maybe I'm just a perv. I don't know.
That's right. We're gonna do that tier list next. Okay. After this episode, we're gonna set up. Uh, I'm gonna have to say it. The waifu episode. We're gonna have to do it.
The waifu goes.
I know. It's
Damn.
listen. It's part of our culture. We have to
we have to
address
embrace it.
We take them all. Remember, even the furries.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say because I love Sanji. I love all the straw hats. They all have those good moments. I love Frankie's attitude when they were pushing the building. Like he's just such a good person to have around. And I don't know how much they go into in the manga or anything like that, but he's helping them because I know that like anime adds in almost like B-roll where like they just kind of cut back to other people and then cut back to like what's going on.
You're gonna have to stop here because I don't know what you're talking about. Which means I haven't gotten there yet.
The building?
Nobody's pushed jack shit yet.
Oh my god, you have so much to go. Oh, you're not that caught up. I forgot that there's like one thing that's going on. Anyway,
unless it's the giant guy moving everything.
No. No, I realize now that you're not caught up.
Hold on. Give me. It's got to be. I've got two books left in Dressrosa, and then it moves on. So it's got to be soon.
But anyway, I just forgot that that's after that. Honestly, I forgot that he doesn't start doing that until later.
Okay. You go ahead. and keep the podcast going on.
Yeah. I got you. Yeah. Anyway, fuck Patrick. I'm getting a new host.
You can do it with Sanji.
I would love that. He would be such a great co-host.
I do have his cookbook though, so I'm not a total hater.
Makes fire food as well. Anyway, let's get to the real meat and potatoes of this show, of this episode, which is the tier list. We talked about One Piece for like an hour last time, so maybe we should move on.
How long has it been?
Only 17 minutes.
We have to like set like a 20-minute timer on One Piece.
Yeah, because we can't just be a One Piece show, but we're both like so in love with it.
We could. Now. We definitely could.
Yeah. And God, I just need to catch up. Okay, I think here's the deal that I'll give to you.
I need some mustard.
I hate you so much. Here's the deal to you that I'll give.
Me?
Yes. Whenever we do catch up to One Piece, I will tell you my theory because then we can be like, it's still a theory. We don't know yet. Nobody knows. But we just have to catch up.
Write it down.
I do think it's ingrained in my heart. I know what it is.
No, write it down, put it in a love letter, and send it to me, and I'll open it.
On the day that you catch up.
On the day we graduate.
I know that the one information
you don't know Showdown.
The one information that I do know, I'm pretty sure it's very recent. Like I saw, so the one thing that I looked up and it like popped up in the answers or whatever. I looked up that information because I was like, when did we find out that this was a thing? And I think a lot of the articles were in 2020, and I'm like, fucking shit, bro. It's like more recent One Piece that I just found. Like I just looked up and I just happened to come across. So like I'm still 4 years behind of the information that I was supposed to know, theoretically, I think. And that also is probably manga too, so that's probably not even animated.
Right.
That's probably like information they got in the manga.
I think I'm gonna switch back to the anime once Wano hits, because apparently the animation is just like top fucking tier.
Dude,
like the stuff they've done recently.
I feel like in the end of Dressrosa, they gave you a little taste of it. Like there's some moments where like and you know they're still not to the point where like the full fights are animated. You know, there's still like the repeating frames of like punches or whatever. But there were like a couple of moments where I was like, this looks really good. Like this is actually like looks dope as hell. Like when you have what's his name Law do something to like Flamingo and you see like all of the thing. I don't know if you saw the special sword thing that he did recently. I don't know if that is, but that's all I'll say. But it looked really nice. It looked really cool. Anyway, now
I don't know.
Let's move on.
Our 20-minute limit.
Yeah, it's literally 20:02. I don't know if you're keeping track of the time too, but I can see it. It is 20 minutes exactly.
No, I'm just very smart.
Anyway, so today we are planning on doing 2 different tier lists. And
yes.
One of them, the first one, well, actually, do you want to do the side ones or the main ones first?
I mean, I think we should do the side ones first because I put a little spice in the protagonist one.
Okay.
It's an appetizer. This is the appetizer to the main event.
Yeah. And so basically all it's going to be is us showing our tier list for side hosts, and then we're gonna go to the main babes of the show.
The main dishes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So now I'm gonna switch over to the screen. Ah,
There's two of me.
we got this. Okay.
Should I share my screen?
Well, we did say that we wanted to do it separately, and then we'll do it. So if you don't want to do it, show it yet, then we can just like wait until afterwards. If you want to do it.
Okay, so we're gonna do it right now.
Yeah, like we can do it separately right now with each other. We can talk out, like obviously we can talk out loud of what we're just thinking, but
Gotcha.
so I need to do mine because I have not even like really looked at it. Holy shit, this is difficult. I'm gonna put
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay, never mind. I was gonna say I don't know if there's that many S tier side hoes.
I know I certainly have two.
I guess I could also put all these right now. Who the fuck? Who the fuck? Who the fuck? Who the fuck?
I made a special tier just for Danny because I put so many people he has no fucking idea.
Yeah. Okay, and just to be sure, this is who we like. This is not strength. This is not badass.
Yeah, no, this
it's
is
just
like
who we like the most of this situation.
And we could do that later at some point.
The strongest? Yeah, but that would be so much like power scaling and stuff. Oh, I know a third S tier. Let's go.
I think you're gonna have some issues with mine.
Really?
Yeah, because I mean, you and I. Oh my god, it looks like we're like whispering to each other. Like, come over to this side.
We did it at the same time.
I mean, I'm available, Danny. You need to get cultured. I'm looking at that who the fuck list. Like, what the fuck?
Dude, there's so many. I know. I don't think I know any of them.
Just okay. After this, we're gonna have to take that list and just off of vibe alone, you're gonna rate them.
Yeah. When we go together, you can explain it to me, and I'll adjust accordingly.
Then you'll assess. Yeah. So I'm ready. I don't know what I got to do. Now, I'm gonna have to look up names because it's been a while. But why can't I think of her name? I literally just looked it up.
I think this is good. I think this is who I have. I'm ready. I might need to get my eyebrows done soon. Never done it before, but I might.
There we go. I sent it.
Okay, there we go.
It's just I had to have a message to go with it. That's what it was.
Okay. So I'll look at yours, and then if you wanted to, you can just look at mine. I'll save this image later, and then I'll give them to you. I'll put it on like the podcast. You know what I mean?
Oh wow! Look at that. Ugh.
There's 3 in super dog shit doo-doo that I have no idea who they are. That's really funny. Wait a second. Wait, are you missing somebody? No, you have Bakugo in A?
Yeah, I do.
That's who I thought you were gonna have in fucking super dog shit doo-doo.
No, I love Bakugo.
I thought you hated Bakugo.
No, he's my favorite character. Of course, I hated him. I hated him when he was like just a douche, but now he's a more complex character. You know?
No, yeah, he's gotten a lot better.
Where did you put him? Where did you put him?
I put him in D.
D. Look who I have in D. Look who I have in D that you have in A.
Do you know?
Sasuke.
Sasuke's in C.
What? He should be in D.
No, okay, here's the thing. I agree with you for most of the show. But after a certain point,
come give me a kiss.
After a certain point, no. After a certain point, he gets so much better, and you actually start to like him. Like that's as much as I can say without spoiling the show.
Okay.
But later on in the show, he just like you fuck with him more. You go like, that's my boy. So I do understand why you have him there. You don't have Zoro in S tier?
No, I do not. He is an A for me.
Bro, what? Okay, so here we're gonna do this. We're gonna reset it. I'm gonna reset mine. We're gonna talk this out.
Okay.
So
I can barely see what you're doing, which is an issue.
hold on, I could do this for you. Does that fuck with anything I'm doing? No. Are you good?
It's still pretty small, but it will do.
What do you mean it's still pretty small?
Just because it's a window in a window.
What?
Hold on.
Okay, hold on.
Full
This
screen.
one, how about this?
Nope. No, it's exactly the same. I went full screen, and I can see the character sort of.
Wait, it should literally just be the explorer.
It is, but there's like a lot of black space around it.
Oh. Oh, okay. Well, that's the best we can do. All right. Anyway. So let's talk about this. Let's discuss it and let's do a little tag team of who we think is where.
Wait a minute. I think we're missing characters.
If we are, that's too bad, man.
That is too bad.
We did our best, and that's all we can do.
That's all I got. That's all I got.
We have all the ones that I sent you earlier.
Yes.
So whatever.
It'll be fine.
Okay, anyway. Yeah. Anyway, so we know for sure, for a fact, these boys, where's these boys up there?
100,000,000%. Yes.
I like that. So originally Levi wasn't S tier for me, but that's mostly because I think it's because he's fallen out of frame for me because of this recent season.
Right, but you have to remember everything he's done.
He's done so much, and
he is not to be fucked with.
Yeah, and he's scarred too. He's like one of the most scarred people on this list. He's had to kill his homies like 3 times. So
Poor baby.
Ego's up there. Who's this person?
That is, if I can remember her name, San from Princess Mononoke. She is the Princess Mononoke. She was raised by wolves, and is super fucking dope. And that scene in particular, she is sucking out poison from her wolf mother's body, to try and save her.
What the fuck?
Listen, she's a badass.
I legit thought that was just like face paint.
No, she's a bad mamma jamma.
Oh my god. Okay, so I think the first point of contention, why is he not S tier for you? What puts him brings him down from S tier?
I don't like his getting lost gimmick. You know,
that is a bad gimmick.
Every Straw Hat has a gimmick.
But I do think it's funny though. I think it's hilarious.
It can be funny, yes, and they use it to get him away from everybody because he's too powerful, you know.
Yeah. Like if they had Luffy and him most of the time in the same spot, everybody's done for.
If this was just about power, he'd be S tier 100%. But this is about likability, and there's not enough of him, I think, for him to be S. For a lot of the time, he's just sitting there. It's like either sleeping, training, fighting, or getting lost. That's all the things.
For me, I like him because he's like he always feels like the most honorable person there. Where he's like, and we talked about this in the last podcast, where he's always like the guy who's like, hey, we got to do this because like we are a pirate crew, motherfuckers. We got to stick to our guns. Like this is what we're here for, kind of thing. And I do like how he like fucks with Sanji so much. That's so funny to me. Like their banter between each other is hilarious, and like it makes me like him as a person. Like it makes me feel like if I was around him, I would have a good time with him.
That's like watching your brothers fight, and I don't like that kind of atmosphere. So that might be another reason why he's a little lower. I don't like I like that they have tension, but I feel like it goes too far sometimes and too tropey. I want it to be like a serious thing instead of them just, oh, I hate you because you're you, and I hate you because you're you, you know?
Yeah, sometimes they could just be like, yeah, sometimes I'm
I
just
wish it
like,
had
work
more.
together, bro.
Right. I wish it had more depth, a more
Yeah,
complex relationship with Sanji.
yeah.
That's a lot of a lot of it is because it's like I want more depth out of this character. I see a lot of potential and I want more to happen. And that's why
Okay.
Sasuke is fucking F tier.
Yeah, yeah. You just don't get to see his part yet, like you specifically, because you haven't watched the show.
Right. And it probably
Um,
won't happen. I'll probably just start watching One Piece again.
I understand. Killua, fucking dope. And
Killer
like, I
A.
don't know if we want to foreshadow anything, but I don't know if this is the way you feel. Probably higher than Gon for me, honestly. Like, he's kind of the.
We don't need to talk about them. We'll get there when we get there. We'll get there when we talk about Gon. But I agree.
He's a star. He is a star of the show. And fucking whenever his fucking idiot friend is doing some dumb shit, he's always there to have his back all the fucking time.
Right, his loyalty is insane.
And one of the most like dope parts, which I guess they do have loyalty for each other, but like Hilo is just so much smarter about in rough situations when they're about to like get fucked up. Like that part when the fucking I don't remember her name. It's been so long, but the cat girl comes in and immediately chops off an arm of the long
I almost
guy.
have it.
But yeah, and then he just like straight up like Gon gets so mad so fast, Killua just knocks him out. He's like, "Shut the fuck up! We gotta get out of here, bro! Like, what are you doing?"
And then he's just
this isn't our fight. Yeah, yeah. Killua's great. Because this is likability, or like because this is like how much we like the characters, not likability as in the context of the show. That's why this person is so A tier. Because he's kind of a scumbag, but he's so fucking funny, dude.
Oh my god, Reagan.
He is hilarious.
Reagan is amazing.
I haven't seen the second season, also.
Oh, it's just
I don't know
better.
Really?
I've
heard
stuff when Mob is like at his lowest, like scared, and Reagan comes in to be like, "I'm an adult, I'll take care of this," and he gets like through that like psychosis of Mob, he gets his powers, and he's just like shrugging off all their. Oh my god.
The fucking like iconic clip of like him shooting the big shit at him and he's just like slapping him away. He's just like, what?
He's just like, what are you doing, man? You're getting my coat dirty.
Oh my god.
Oh, and when he's like, you need to act like adult. You need to be responsible. You're adults fighting children. What the fuck are you doing?
Oh my god. I need to watch the second season, man. That show is so good. That show is so good. Oh my god. Bakugo, we need to discuss this a little bit more for me. I will say, I will agree with B tier. I think he's getting better.
Yes. As a group, yes.
Yeah, I think he's getting better, and I think eventually he'll be like really good. He's had really good moments, but still, the trope that you're talking about, Zoro is like way more I have with him and Midoriya way more, because I feel like all the time I'm like, why are you so mad at him, bro? Just stop. Like, we get it. You get angry at him for no reason. Like, what are we doing right now?
Well, I think it's also like he doesn't know how to express himself, and you see him like struggling to be nice to these people, and it just comes out him being this loud, crazy he can't help himself. He can't help but explode. Like, that's his character, you know? But he wants to do things right. He wants to be a hero, and he's not gonna fuck around.
Which I do think they're getting better at pointing out why Bakugo wants to be a hero, because he has so much villain energy. Like, he has so much like what's going on. And that's another thing I
like too, is like he's not straight cut. Like I don't like the straight cut characters that are just like, I'm good, I love helping people. It's just I don't know. Maybe I'm just an edgelord.
I had Sasuke up in my A tier.
I can't go higher than B. I'm sorry.
You know what? I'll give him B. I'll give him B because a majority of the show he is kind of annoying.
Right.
Majority of the show he's like rough to watch, and you're like, why are we doing this? Like, we get it, you're angry, but just chill out for a second, bro. So yeah, I'll give you that. At the end, it does pay off, in my opinion. At the end, I'm like, he's a great character. I won't say he's a great character. I like him at the end. But even at the end, you still kind of feel like you're just kind of being dumb right now. Like, you're kind of just being dumb. And that's also why a lot of people favor his brother over him, because his brother was like almost all of the reasons why he was mad. but his brother was smart about it, and he was like, anyway, I don't know if I should spoil that any more than for you, but let's stick with that.
Let's go.
I also had in A. Now, the reason I like him so much is because in the show, he has his back way more than a lot of the annoying like supporting characters like Bakugo or Sasuke. Whenever they're like, because like no matter how much Asta got bullied in the beginning of the show, whenever he was like, oh yeah, you have no magic, you're not going anywhere, or like you're like, oh, he's just a random commoner that's with the Black Bulls, who gives a fuck? Yuno's always with him, being like, nah, stop downgrading him, bro. He's gonna be like, he's like, from day one, he was like, he's going to be my biggest competition to be the Wizard King. I forgot for a second. I was gonna say Pirate King, or King of the Pirates. But like since day one, he was like, he's going to be my biggest competition. We're gonna be fighting for it at the end. Anyway, jumping back into it, where were we at? Oh yes, I just love him because he had his back like at all times. Like he was always just like right there for him, right for Asta. And I feel like at least when I started that show, a lot of the shows that I watched before then didn't have that same energy. There were like a lot of kind of annoying to as a protagonist. Like a lot of the supporting people were always like, you're so much below me. I don't give a fuck about you. And then at the end of the show, they're like, you know what, you're not so bad, And that was before One Piece, because One Piece also didn't have that, but now,
Right. But now it's at the peak, at the top of the mountain.
Yeah. So,
but my opinion of him is that he does not talk enough for me to have an opinion of him.
How far did you get into
him do anything? It was like 50 to somewhere between 50 and 80 episodes.
Did you ever see the whole thing with the tournament of like who would when they all had squads to compete against each other?
I'm pretty sure I saw squads compete against each other. I think, I don't know, man. I just know that it's like he's the quiet reserved one, and Asta is the batshit crazy one.
I will fight, since you haven't gone that as far. You're pretty close to where I'm at. I think you're just maybe like 1 or 2 arcs behind where I'm at. I say we leave him in A. I think he's a fine.
We can leave him because I don't have that much of an opinion. That's fine.
Okay. So next one we had, I think that's all of our A's. Next we have B, which I think we both have this boy in here.
Yes.
He's pretty dope. He's pretty just sick, but he's not like outstanding so far.
Well, my thing is like before he was stock standard moody guy, and then at the very end of the season, man, you get to see a little bit of that crazy, and that is so exciting to me.
That's what I loved about like that. That's how it feels with like a lot of the characters in the show. They're all like pretty chill or whatever, and then out of nowhere you just get them like, let's fucking go. Like,
right, they go fucking ape shit.
Yeah.
What's the power called? His realm or whatever.
Like Shao realm. I don't know.
Oh, we didn't put Yu-Gi-Oh in here.
I thought about doing that. I just didn't. I just forgot. But we should have. Yeah.
Joey would be S tier.
Joey's S tier. We'll put him in there. This is Joey. This is Joey right here.
No, you put no. That is Frankie Chopper.
Just for the bit. For the bit, it's Joey.
You can't. No, Chopper should be. There should be an SSS tier, and that's where Chopper goes.
Sure.
That's my opinion. He's only an S tier because I can't go higher.
Okay. Next.
But yes. Okay.
Next is a bunch of people that I don't know.
Are we to the just you have no idea? Okay, that's my one romance character.
Okay.
And I gotta think of his name. That's Makoto Tsunekawa from My Love Story, which is very cute.
This one, the first one I put in the B?
Yeah, that's him.
Okay.
His character is like all the girls are after him, and he is like the heartthrob. Everybody wants him, but he could not give a shit about them. He could not give a shit about anybody.
So kind of like Asta.
The really well, it's sort of, yes. It's like the really sweet thing is it's like the main character confesses his love to all these characters, and they reject him and go for this guy, Makoto,
Mm-hmm.
and he refuses him, and nobody knows why. And then finally, it's like it's because of how they treat his friend. He's like, I don't want to be with a woman who treats somebody like that.
That's
Like
so
that's
dope.
disgusting.
That's so
And he is
dope.
like, it's like everybody's after him, and he is so disinterested in romance. And like apparently it's like an asexual. He's an asexual like
Icon.
what's the word? Role model icon. Yes.
Yeah.
So I like him a lot. I like him quite a bit. He's
That
quiet, reserved, and really sweet.
that actually reminds me of this person I knew in middle school, and like I still know people that are very close to him. So like I even if I wasn't, I wouldn't say his name. But he was the type of person. I hate this characteristic. I still like stay away from any person who has this form of comedy. But you know, those people like form of comedy is to put some other people down so that they'll be
Oh
like,
God.
so if there's like a trio of three people, his form of comedy would put one person down to make the other person laugh. You know what I mean? Like he'll pick his favorite and then like shit on
Right.
the other person.
Right.
Yeah. So like I had a class with him, and he would always put like my best friend down. He would make jokes of him, and I wouldn't think they're funny. I would be whatever. And then like he would always try to come to me and be like real chummy, and I would be like, get away from me. Like I don't say it out loud, but I just like I would just go blank face and be like, oh, why are you talking to me? Like I don't fuck with you at all. And then funny enough, like I started to just like say there was only a few people I hate, and he was like one of them. And I would just be like, yeah, I hate him. I don't like him. And because he would always like shit on my friend. And later on, he went to my high school, and I just remember hearing this person like from the grapevine. Somebody goes like, yeah, he just says he doesn't know why, but you hate him. And I'm like, good, it's true. Like that's all I would say. I'd be like, I mean, I don't know how he found that out. I don't know who told him, but yeah, sure, take it. I don't like him, and just moved on.
Well, he put that out there to try and find out, and
Maybe.
he sure as fuck found out.
Yeah. Anyway, next person.
Anyway, you need to watch that.
I did like him in the few episodes I saw. He seems pretty dope. He seems pretty loyal to his brother, I believe.
Why can't I? Hold on, I have to remember. Alphonse. It is Alphonse.
Yeah.
Yes. He is a sweetheart. He is, like in that, that show is more of action drama. He is like, how do I put this? It's like he's a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
He is. It's like such a determined character who cares about his brother more than anything and will sacrifice himself for the greater good. And I'm getting choked up thinking about like how precious he is. And then he's like also this big badass suit of armor.
Yeah.
I just love seeing like even though like really he's not. I love seeing big characters who are sweet because I'm.
It's like it's like the idea of like the big teddy bear.
Sweet. Yeah, I love those characters, and he is definitely one of them.
Kind of, you get a little taste of that with like Chopper too. Whenever he goes like big, and then like they kind of like say something to flatter him, and he'll turn back to his normal. So he's like, "Oh, stop it, whatever." Next person. So I don't know too much about him. I'm gonna be real. Never got into the show enough to know about him, but
Vegeta. Vegeta.
The only reason I put him at C was because of that one clip where he gives that speech to Goku when they're in the like tournament or whatever, and he's like he goes like dive into the realm of the gods or whatever it is, like we believe, or you know what I'm talking about, and he goes like the next Super Saiyan form or whatever, and I was like, that is like one of the most epic like speeches ever. It's so dope.
He is hardcore to say the least. But the thing I like about him, the reason I put him in B is because I really love enemies to allies. It's my favorite thing in any medium. Where it's like this guy is like, I'm gonna fuck your shit up, but then like a little bit later they're like, oh, you're actually pretty cool.
So that's what you love. One Piece.
I'm gonna help you.
One Piece is all that.
That's like all they'd fucking do. I love it. I love it so much.
Every single person, he's like, I don't care, bro. You changed. We're good now. like Bellamy.
Oh man.
He's like, and it's funny because I fucking hated his guts when I first saw him.
Right. And that's what they do. They make you be like, this guy's an absolute douche.
Dude,
and then they show you their like softer side. They show you why they act the way they do. And I'm a sucker for redemption.
Yeah.
Like if there's the least little bit, except for Sasuke. Sasuke was good, went bad. You're dead to me. even when he comes back around, anybody like I can't do it. They have to be evil to good.
Yeah.
For it to work, not good, evil, good. Fuck that shit.
Yeah,
That's
good,
like
good,
oh,
evil, good is traitor talk kind of thing.
Right. Yes. Anyway,
next.
I only know Dragon Ball from what I watched as a kid, which is like up to just barely the Cell Saga, and Vegeta was always the one who was like pushing hardcore to like get shit done, you know. But anyway, we can move on.
This person you
Howl from Howl's Moving Castle. Let me tell you, the English dub is Christian Bale. He is one sexy motherfucker.
Christian Bale?
Okay. Christian Bale asked to be on this movie because Studio Ghibli is so amazing.
Really? I didn't know that.
And he got Howl. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure it was him. And like, we'll have to watch it because that's the hands down. It's got to be the best Ghibli movie, I think. People lose their shit over Spirited Away and stuff.
I've heard it's like in the competition. Like a lot of people say it's in the top 3 for sure.
Like, oh my god. And he's a magician who's like kind of like fickle about, stuff. He says people say he's like a lady killer and shit like that. And he acts like a baby, but then he meets the main protagonist, Sophie, and their characters develop. He softens his edges a little bit and like physically changes. Mm-hmm. And it's a great story. And right. he does some cool shit.
We have been going for a bit, so we might need to speed run it a little bit so we can get to the protagonist one, because the protagonist
okay. We could even split it. How long has it been?
We could split it. We could just do 2 episodes. Honestly, that's fine. That's fine with me. So we can keep talking about this.
If it's taken this long, we could just, fully develop this, and then that'll be good. That'll be like next time we actually have something ready and prepared.
Yeah,
we don't have to rush.
That's dope. Okay, yeah, I'm down with that. Next person, this dude with the sword. That's all you.
Is that Kuwabara?
Orange hair with yellow sword.
Yeah, that's Kuwabara that's another enemies to friends that and him. Oh my god, he's like a like the pompadour street thug Japanese stereotype.
Yeah,
have you seen anything about that? That's him to a T. But like, oh my god, his spirit sword and their whole spirit energy thing is very cool. But
what is it from?
Yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho. You gotta watch it. You gotta watch Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah, I've heard so many good things about it.
And like his voice is so dopey. It's so funny to me. He's like, "Hey man, what's going on?" Like that's literally how he talks in the dub. I love it. I've watched it as a kid. But it's another one where it's just like he has his own issues. Like has no confidence in himself, so he picks on other people. And then Yusuke Urameshi just rocks his shit. And at that point, he's like switches over, and then he's really just like a big softy and just wants to help his friends and be an awesome fucking guy.
That's dope.
Yes, that's just all these characters are that type of character that I love.
Mm-hmm.
That are up in the top tiers.
One character that I have in my B tier that I'm not like married to the idea of him being B or C. I just like him, and he's like dope. I think his like relationship with Meliodas is pretty dope, where they're kind of like they like bounce off of each other really quick, and like a lot of times they have like that friendly rivalry where he's always just like trying to fuck with him.
I do. That's what I like about him too. Is he's a little bit of a mischief maker.
Yeah.
But he still does have that heart of gold. I always love where it's like an asshole who like when it comes down to it, he cares deeply.
Yeah.
Not just I'm being an asshole because I'm an asshole.
Did you see his background story with like how he became immortal?
I know it has to do with that little fairy girl.
Yeah,
and that's a little iffy for me. The loophole of she's 100.
Yeah, but
she's not actually a little girl.
I like his background. I like the way that he like was heartbroken over that, and it was like this whole
Right.
story where that's
He's a
like
tortured soul.
yeah, and he found like what's the word like
Let's.
he's found like a home with Meliodas where he kind of goes like you're the
Yeah.
only one that like makes me not miserable.
It's another that's another like found family story where all these misfits come together for sure.
Yeah.
But let's put him in C. Let's put him in C. I think that's where he belongs. Just looking at the caliber of
Wait,
characters.
no. Have you seen? Actually, I'm not gonna put him in C. I'm not gonna put him in C because did you ever see the part where because I know you stopped watching like the last 2 seasons or so. It did get really boring.
Well,
I don't blame
the
you.
animation also
Yeah,
like that's why I
went
watched
shit.
it. I dog shit.
But there's this whole arc, and you're probably not gonna see it again. Well, it's not really spoilers. It's just kind of like what happens. It doesn't like it's not like a big plot twist. It's more of just like a setting of a situation. Meliodas' like soul gets put into like
Purgatory.
Yeah, it's like a purgatory thing. It's something like that where the underworld leader, whatever his name is, kind of like rules over there. And then my dude right here sacrifices himself to go in there because he's the only one that can survive in that world because he's immortal. And they spend essentially because time is like completely different from over there to like our world, where it's like it's like a year could be like literally like 5 seconds over here, like one of those situations.
Yeah.
And so because both of them were like basically immortal, like they don't age, they spent like I want to say like hundreds of thousands of years in that fucking realm together, where they were training with each other and training.
That's a little bit of overkill, but I'll take it.
Hold on.
700.
Yeah, apparently. I thought it was like thousands of years. I thought they were literally saying. I thought they were like literally going like, yeah, it was like, oh yeah, it was like another thousands of years into like the lane. But maybe I was just wrong. I could have sworn that they were like jumping in like the thousands. They were like going like it was like yeah, so like another 5,000 years we were doing this and then like another thing. But I guess not. I don't know. Maybe I'm just stupid.
Still,
I guess
700.
700 is long, but I thought it was literally like way longer. Yeah, so he kind of just like did that and like threw away that much time to just be with Meliodas and to help him escape because Meliodas was the one that was like stuck there. Actually, they were both stuck there after he like decided to go in there to help him out. But yeah, that's why I like him so much, and that's why I think he'll be in B tier because he's like he's literally a ride or die homie, even though he knew he could die. But like the I guess the more like worrisome part for him was that not that he was afraid that he was gonna die, but he was more afraid that like he might just be stuck in there for eternity because he cannot die. So he would just be in there for forever. Anyway, who is this homie?
That is Torkel. And this is like, let's put him in C. I feel like he's C, but I like him a lot because he is this is from, God, why can't I think of what it's called?
Is the actual like show or movie black and white?
Vinland Saga. No. I just grabbed a picture from the manga. Gotcha. It's called Vinland Saga. It's all
I've heard
like
that show's really good.
It's so freaking good. But I read the manga after the show ended, you know. But he is the main character's uncle or second cousin or something like that, and it's like historical. The Vikings and Finland and Greenland and all the people there, trying to go to America. But it doesn't even get to that in the anime. They don't even start that till the manga. But anyway, this kid was tortured and he saw his father die, and he grows up and he's fighting for this certain army, and he comes up to this guy, and this guy is all he cares about is fighting. He is like super powerful, and he's so bored of fighting the English people that he goes onto the English people's side so that he can fight his friends because they're tougher.
Damn.
So that's how much. So like, he's like somewhere between enemy and friend.
Gotcha. But he's kind of like mid.
Throughout, all he cares about is fighting, and if if anything stops that, he doesn't give a shit. You know, he'll if the fighting's over and he loses, he's done. He's not gonna keep going after you. You know, that kind of guy. But
Gotcha.
he's just like a beast. And some of the like even in the anime, he's just like terrifying. He'll like chop down a tree that is like thicker than a Snicker, if you know what I mean.
Ooh.
And he'll just chuck it. He just chucks it at people. It's like
Damn.
very very cool stuff. Yeah.
All right.
So you got to watch that one. It's on Amazon Prime.
I've heard it's like a lot of people's favorite recently.
And it's only like 12 episodes, I think. But whatever.
All right. C tier. Next we have you have the one that might trigger some people. This boy. I have him even lower. So like I don't like we're both honestly, like not on his side that much.
I was being nice. Put him in D.
Put him in D. Okay, yeah. Because
he was on the edge anyway.
He has
Zenitsu garbage.
It's the same.
Same fucking. His powers thing. Are so cool. Like when he actually does something, it's like that was pretty cool. Yeah. But the attitude and the fact that when he actually his fighting is so few and far between. You know.
And it's the same thing with like. This is the same. I have the same opinion about him that I had with the rest of the show. The animation looks really fucking sick when they are fighting for like one episode or so. But then like I don't care about him for the rest of the whole thing. Like I just don't care about what he's doing. Like he's just like he's obsessed with his sister and he's just following them around. And then every now and then he falls asleep and he does something really cool. And I'm like, yay, it looks really cool. And then he does it and I'm like, all right, back to like snooze.
It's like they took all of the worst parts of Sanji and put it into this character.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Because Sanji, I like him. Just because he's not my favorite doesn't mean he has a lot of redeeming qualities. We've been over this. Mm-hmm. Him, nothing redeemable, I don't think. Absolutely the most annoying. Well, actually, he's not the most annoying because there's the doo-doo dog shit tier.
Yeah,
but this guy is where he belongs in C.
Yeah, for me, it really is just like, sure, like you're there, I get it, you're there, you're chilling, and it's so funny because so many people like love him, like he's like his favorite character. They have like wallpapers of him.
His aesthetic is amazing. He looks cool.
Yeah. But
I don't care how you look if you're a whiny little fucking brat.
Yeah, I get that. Next in C, I think. Both had him in C. Wait, are we? Yeah, we're on C.
Yeah. I forgot he got knocked down to D.
We both have this boy in C.
Genos.
He plays his role. He's really funny, and he's like his moments are really funny with.
Well, that's the thing. Saitama. Him being funny. It's like he's what's the.
He's like
the serious guy in the situation that makes it more funny.
Yeah, exactly, and he's like the. He's like what every other protagonist is supposed to be. Like he's like the very serious one that's
right.
I need to be the best. I need to be the best. Blah, blah, blah. And Saitama's just like, okay, whatever, bro. You want to go get food? And he's like trained with like that whole. I actually just recently rewatched that part where he's like, take this seriously, fight with me or whatever. And he just like does it all. And he's like, you almost burned off my clothes again. And he's just like doing all this crazy shit. And he comes behind him and he like punches him and he stops right before his face and blows the entire mountain behind him. And he just does a little pat in the face. He just like smacks him in the face. He's like, "Bop, all right, let's go." And he's like, "What the fuck?" God, yeah. All of his moments are. He's really just there to like be the.
I like him a lot, man. But all the other characters have a stronger. They just have stronger character.
He does have a really cool design. If they made a show based around him, I'd probably watch it. But like
if they took it as a serious shonen.
Yeah, exactly. But in this show, he's just supposed to be like the serious funny.
We've only watched, right? There's a manga that just keeps going,
I haven't seen the second season. I heard the second season gets.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I don't know. I heard some people say the second season was like a little more mid, but I've also heard some people say it's not as good as the first one because the first one's just like really iconic, but at the same time, like it's still good. Like you just still watch it.
Well,
it's still good.
It changed animators, and that's a lot of people's problem.
Gotcha. Okay. And the next one,
I couldn't tell you a single thing he did in the second season.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean the first season is like gold. It's perfect.
He's like a really good piece of bread. Like if you have a good piece of bread, that's pretty tasty, but it's still just bread.
Mm-hmm. I got you. Next, you have this magician person.
That's Tuxedo Mask, man. Tuxedo Mask,
That
iconic.
that
He's only in
sounds funny.
C.
Like I know I heard the name before, but I don't know where it's actually from.
He's in C because he got grandfathered in because he's an iconic character. Okay,
Wait, would he
what
be
he
lower?
does. Here's what he does. He's like the main person that Sailor Moon is in love with, right? And he goes and he gets up in this, and this is his alter ego, right?
Gotcha.
He just comes in, he says, "Hey, what's up?" Flips his cape, and then just gets the fuck out of there. That's the meme. That's all he fucking does. He's just like, "Hey, I'm here," and he maybe does one thing, and then he just fucking disappears. And Sailor Moon does her thing and kicks ass.
Yeah, I heard that Sailor Moon is like stronger than anybody in every world.
I legit talked to one of my cousins that's like, a big Sailor Moon person. She's like, that is absolutely true. She will destroy anybody. She has like unlimited potential power.
That's so sick, honestly, because everybody just like wants to beef up the big muscular man of Goku, and
Right.
then everybody's
That's
just
the
like,
meme of like,
she could kick his ass.
I'm glad we found a counterculture to the can you beat Goku?
Yeah.
Like,
Anyway,
it's like a lot of people can beat Goku.
this is
Oh
a
my
Ghibli
God,
movie, right?
Yes, I only put her in there because I couldn't think of a better person to put with this movie. She's from Porco Rosso. Her name is Theo Piccolo, and she's just a spunky little airplane mechanic who comes along with Porco to help with his plane shit. And she's just like a real fun, nice, spunky character. And I
Yeah.
just didn't want to have all dudes in here, so I threw her in.
And C is really just like the mid people. Like we like the only thing we need to
I don't even want-
express
Right.
is that they're not great, but they're not like bad either. They're just like they're
They're
just there.
doing what they need to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Because mid has this like negative connotation, but like
There has to be a
these are
mid.
decent characters.
There has to be a mid.
These are decent characters. Yes.
Anyway,
Anyway,
now we're going to D, which is a little worser. Brock.
yeah, I mean, he's got a frying pan that's also a drying pan. Like that's some diversity, Like
Yeah.
he's very versatile. But that's just another pervert character.
Yeah,
and I can't give him too many points.
And you know what? The only thing I remember about him a lot, other than like him being a rock dude at the beginning, was that he had Krogunk, and I really like Krogunk. I'm pretty sure he's the one who had Krogunk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well,
I love Krogunk.
Listen, he over the 50 fucking years that this show has been on, he actually does develop, which is more than can be said for a certain other character.
Yeah.
Like he gets shit done. He becomes a breeder. He does whatever else he's wanting to do.
He leaves like three seasons in or something like that, right?
He's made a bunch of cameos.
Yeah.
In recent stuff, So we get to check in on Brock every once in a while.
But still,
But we don't.
kind of
Still,
just
yeah. It's from our shitty childhood anime that they just made, so they sell us. So he doesn't have that much character.
Exactly. Now, who's this bug?
Okay.
You said it was a meme, but I don't.
That is like that's from. Why can't I think of the name? I keep doing this.
Hey, you remember
Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. I'm just bad at remembering things. Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. That is, I think it's one of the earliest Ghibli movies, and it is fantastic. It's an environmental piece, and the Ohm is like it's like the whole world is destroyed from mankind, and these bugs are taking over, and it's just like a force of nature that it could be good, it could be bad. It's all about how you treat it.
Yeah.
And how do I explain? It's just you'd have to watch the movie, but it's a whole thing where like they take a baby and they get enraged and they could trample the whole earth. Like it's like the rumbling, but big old bugs.
Big old bugs. All right.
And like the main character calms them down, and they're really helping turn the earth back into something beautiful. And they're in the end, you find out they're responsible for fixing shit. So
Ooh.
Anyway,
Yeah.
her what even is her
That's
name?
Bleach, right?
Rukia.
Yeah, Rukia.
Rukia. I watched a little bit of Bleach on Toonami when I could. I think their character dynamic in the beginning is at least like she's the smart one calling him an idiot and slapping him in the head for being stupid, that kind of stuff,
Classic. The Nami or Sakura.
Like better than Sakura for sure.
Probably.
As far as I can remember.
A lot of people, a lot of things can be better than her.
Right. I don't know if she deserves D or C. That's just I don't know any better, so that's where she goes. She's not
super dog shit doo doo.
No, you see who's super duper dog shit doo doo.
I mean, like the only reason I would say that for her, it's like okay, I think she gets a bad rep when people say they lost to Sakura, and she's like she eventually becomes like one of the stronger people in the village. Like that's not even a thing anymore. They're like, but like just because they shit on her, because I don't know, you never got to this point, but at one point, when Naruto and Sasuke are doing like some fucking like god tier shit, and she does like very minuscule stuff in comparison. She's like, I finally caught up to them too, and everybody's like, sit the fuck down, bro. No, you didn't. No, you did. That's where the meme comes from, where like they're literally doing the craziest shit, and she does like she does a little bit thing, and then they're like, she's like, I finally caught up to my teammates. Don't worry, and it's like, fuck off, bro. No, you didn't. Shut up. Anyway, going back to her.
Also, that author is bad at writing women.
Probably. I mean, yeah. I like. It's what has he done other than Naruto? Honestly, I have no idea. Oh yeah, okay. But anyway, moving on.
See, that's the thing. I'll just say this: he's bad at writing women, and Oda is bad at drawing women.
Yeah. That I'll give you that.
I don't know how much better they are. From my opinion, we don't need to talk about One Piece. We don't need to. Let's continue the tier list.
Well, how about this? Since we have been going for a decent bit, how about I'll just throw these three here because these are all yours, and just do a speed run of why all of these are dog shit doo doo. Like just like speed run. Okay. Like this person's a fucking whatever. Go ahead.
The first kid, I don't remember his English name. He is voiced by a Jonas Brothers' younger brother in the anime.
Frankie Jonas?
The littlest one, yeah.
Frankie,
as
what?
A little kid. Yeah. And Ponyo is voiced by the Miley Cyrus's younger sister. Really? And these two, it's like what's the word? Nepotism at its finest. They were so fucking bad. It made the movie so fucking horrible. Damn. To hear these whiny little kids. And it's like, I'm making fun of a movie made for toddlers because it definitely was, but god damn it, there's a Ghibli standard, and these characters sucked ass.
Damn. All right.
Okay, that's the old man yelling at clouds. The next one is from Claymore, which is about fucking grotesque beasts, demons coming, and then they have women that somehow fuse with demons to become this other being, and they're super badass, and they can like have superpowers and have giant swords and kill motherfuckers 24/7.
Are you talking about the vest person right now? I'm just curious. The one with the vest.
Yes. Okay. And this little fucker comes in on like the first chapter, and he's like, I'm and I need help. And then he's whiny and lame and stupid. I don't like. As far as I've watched, he has not gotten any development. He's just like the normal person there to gauge how powerful all these other beings are.
Gotcha. Just fodder that they can step on.
Just like he gets abducted so that this girl has something to do,
Yeah.
And he's dog shit. I added him because I wanted Claymore in there. And then next is fucking the scum of all existence, Griffith, who sacrificed the whole band of the Hawk just for power from Berserk and betrayed everybody to become a god.
This is the main supporting person?
That's how it started. Is that it's like, well, it's not how it started, but in the past, he met with Guts, who is the main character. Mm-hmm. They had this almost homoerotic relationship where they're both like very, well, they're just very like sworn brother type shit, you know.
Gotcha.
Except his whole goal is to build a kingdom and become, you know, protect everybody.
Mhm.
That's how he's set up. And he has this group of people that they're all fighting together and they keep winning and he's super skilled. And then Guts comes in and he just keeps getting better and better and better, and eventually he beats Griffith. Griffith has a fucking mental breakdown about it and decides, fuck y'all, I'm gonna sacrifice all of you to get god powers and rape. He rapes this Casca who is
Fuck.
devoted to him, but then starts to fall in love with Guts, and so as like a disgusting power move, he rapes her in front of Guts as Guts is getting his arm torn off, and it's just like, fuck you, dude, fuck you.
Sounds like the worst. Yeah, he should be super duper dog shit doo doo.
He is why I made this tier. The other two are trivial compared to his dog shittery.
Yeah. I do remember you saying that you made it for one person.
The others were an afterthought.
Gotcha. All right. So
Anyway,
here is our tier list of the
Here it
supporting
is.
people of our combination of thoughts. I think it's pretty good. I don't know like half of these people, but like from what I know, they're all pretty good. From
my biased opinion of them, yeah.
Yeah, but also the people
You know,
that I do know.
Maybe, maybe you should just go watch them right now.
Maybe I
So
should.
you know, and then we can come back to this.
I would still put I think the biggest one that I would change, I would still put Zoru and S. But that's my opinion. We have to come together as a family.
Right.
Do this.
It's like if we average out, you know, where they are, he'd be an A. Because you think very highly of him, I only think kind of highly of him.
I understand.
Anyway.
But yeah, it's honestly, after we got through all of this, I'm impressed that we thought that we could have done both of them in one episode, honestly. Like this took a while, but like not in like a bad way. I was having fun like talking about this, but
and like a lot of it was me being like, all right, here's who this fucking idiot is.
Yeah, and like here's the thing though. People will watch this and be like, I stand by you. They'll have exactly like I won't be the only one who doesn't know, or I won't be the only one. You won't be the only one who knows who they are. Like there could be people listening, watching, whatever, and they're like, dude, yeah, fuck this person, bro. I hate this person. And he's just clapping the hands, like applauding, like, let's fucking go, Patrick. Yeah, fuck this person.
That's the thing. With Griffith, there are some people, there's this philosophy that Griffith did nothing wrong. And that is just false. He is scum. He's
when you
scum.
told me, that sounds incredibly false. But anyway.
And like, anyway. I'm heated up thinking about Berserk. I love Berserk so much.
I should go watch. Is that a movie or a show?
Here's the thing. It's been made into a show multiple times. There's a lot of problems. So I have most of the manga. They've been releasing like big, huge books that are like three manga together, 3 volumes together. That's how I've mostly done it. But there's like a 90s or 80s anime that is a must watch, and then there's a more recent anime.
Is that on Netflix?
It's on CG. It got turned into 3 movies, and that's a blend. That's a blend of CG and 2D.
Gotcha.
So those are a good introduction if you want to check the vibe.
Gotcha.
But it's not going to look the best.
I do want to watch Vinland Saga though. That one I'm very interested in.
That you have to.
Yeah, I heard that's like S tier show. Around there.
Well, it's the issue with that is like the anime stopped right before there's a complete shift in tone. Like the character completely changes 180, and it's when
you say stop, does it mean like not coming back? Like they stopped?
No, it's just where they ended.
Okay,
where they ended the show.
Gotcha.
And it's another one. It's like in the pantheon of manga where it's like, are we gonna get another chapter anytime soon? Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, okay, I got you.
Hunter x Hunter, Vagabond, Vinland Saga, and Berserk. The artist died. The author.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that was a bad day. Anyway.
All right. Well, next time I guess we will go into the protagonist one, which I'm also very excited for.
Yes.
I think I might be wrong, but I think we have
I'll have some
more
strong
similar picks. Maybe there'll be a couple that we might differ. Like I don't know, Naruto. But anyway,
Yeah, your Naruto's that's going to be the main point of contention, but we'll save that for next time.
Yeah. Anyway, I had fun doing this though. I like doing tier lists.
This was really fun.
I like seeing what like others think where it would do, and then like sometimes it's really nice to like visualize and like see where you would put people stacked against each other.
And like seeing them next to each other makes you really think like, is that person really better? You know,
dude, yeah,
like, that's what happened because I had people originally way lower, and I was like, well, compared to them, I like them a lot more, and then they got moved up. You know,
that's how I felt with like A and B tier, with like seeing them right next to each other. I'm like, damn, do I really like these people? And I'm like, yeah, I do. Like this guy, like I wouldn't have, if you would have asked me, I wouldn't have said A tier, but then like seeing him around, he's like, man, he's a great dude. He's just so funny. I can't get over his humor. Like he's hilarious. But anyway, that's about it for now. I guess we'll see you next time whenever we do it. We've
got gaming to do now.
Yeah, and we also don't have a schedule, so whenever we want to do the next episode, we'll do it.
We're adults with full-time job schedule.
Yeah, you'll see it eventually, you know. But anyway, I guess that's it. So bye.